Okay.
All right. You good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Hi there. Welcome to Cruelty Free Podcast with Connor and Charlie. I'm Connor.
Yeah, I'm Charlie.
This is our podcast. This is episode 1.
Hey, yeah, it's a pretty exciting, right? Let's give ourselves a round of applause.
I'm holding the microphone. I'll do the one-hand clap.
Well, I'm actually really thankful for you being available, and because I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been wanting to do a podcast forever, so this is actually pretty exciting. Quick warning, this is our first podcast. Neither of us are super duper experts on how to do a podcast, so this episode might be a little bit bumpy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with virginity. It never goes well the first time.
Yeah, it's a rough sketch. That's a
Hi,
real
Mom.
joke.
Hi, Mom. Something G-rated. It's like the first time you make a pancake. You gotta burn the first pancake.
Yeah.
That's way cleaner than virginity.
Well, what kind of pancakes do you like? What's your favorite pancake?
I'm more of a waffle person.
Yeah.
I feel like pancakes just want to be waffles.
Do you know how long it's been since I've had a pancake?
When was the last time you had a pancake, Charlie?
I think it's been like 5 years since I've had a pancake, dude.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Even I've had pancakes in like the recent year, and I don't even like pancakes all that much.
I think the last pancake I had was like a chocolate chip pancake.
Chocolate chip pancake?
From like IHOP.
Well, that's a good pancake to go out on.
Well, because they have those syrups that I like.
Oh,
okay. They have like strawberry syrups, and they got those like all those syrups, but
So the theme of the day is breakfast.
Yeah. What's your favorite breakfast?
Oh, man. Obviously, because I'm from, New Mexico. Hash browns, bacon, even though I'm a vegetarian now, but...
Used to be.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Shit ton of green chili. Shit ton of salsa.
Uh-huh.
Just that shit your pants afterward breakfast.
Well, since you're a vegetarian now, have you ever had that veggie bacon?
I was going to buy some, but
Have you never tried it?
It doesn't look very appetizing. I'm a vegetarian, but I want to eat something that looks good.
I had, there's these vegetarian kielbasa's that I like.
Yeah. No, I love tofu dogs.
Yeah.
Tofu dogs are really good. Veggie burgers are delicious.
Yeah.
I love tofu.
Uh-huh.
Soy is really good, but yeah, the bacon it looked like just ribbon.
Yeah?
Like red ribbon, and I was like, no, thank you.
Like bacon bits?
I don't need to replace bacon.
Have you ever eaten a handful of bacon bits?
No.
Because it's fake.
No.
It's vegetarian.
No, I'm good.
Would you?
Maybe.
If I paid you $10, would you eat a whole handful of bacon bits?
If you paid me $10, yes, I would eat bacon bits. If you paid me $10.
$5.
No, $10. It's too late.
No, not a cent under.
Not a cent under. $10.
You strike a hard bargain. You're lucky. I'm lucky I don't have $10.
Or bacon bits.
Or bacon bits, yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I kind of enjoy it. But, take a look around at the cool little place. We got a cool angle over there.
Yes, we do.
We got this all set up.
It's almost like we know what we're doing.
In like an hour. It took us an hour to set up 2 computers.
Hey, quality takes time.
I can't see. We're doing a whole bunch of things that I'm not fucking used to, though. I'm not used to recording audio.
Putting in the effort.
With Audacity. Cutting it together with footage, and so that's going to be a whole nother journey.
Well, that's the best stuff. Good stuff takes time to make.
By the end of cutting everything together, we'll be able to work as editors. You realize that?
No. We're gonna be great. We're gonna be a great team.
We'll have something on our resume,
Oh yeah.
We'll be getting paid the bucks by some company. So, speaking of, dude, you said
Yeah.
Okay, no, this is actually important. I really want to talk about this. For anyone who doesn't know, Il Vicino is a place in Albuquerque. It's a pizza joint or whatever. It surprises me that a successful company like that doesn't already have a social media presence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Like, there's a place called Aldo's Pizza in Rio Rancho.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a social media presence. Its online presence in general is a mess.
Well, I think, because, a lot of companies are run by, sorry about this, people who don't really get the internet.
Right.
So you got to have some young up-and-comer come in and basically go, hey, So the internet's a thing. The internet's huge. The internet is replacing everything you love.
Yeah.
It's time to get on board.
Absolutely.
And that company owner's like, I don't want to. No, it's not for me. It's not for this company. It's not what we're about.
Yeah.
And then they see how well other companies do, and they embrace social media, and they go, crap, fine.
Yeah, but the problem is that they don't know how to manage it. Aldo's, if you won't believe this, they have 2 websites, individual websites, where you should only have one, ideally, so that you know where to order online.
Gotta remember to keep looking at
the people who run the store don't know which website's the right one, and that's almost.
That's got to be a nightmare.
It is a nightmare. I don't know how people get the right website. Because people, apparently, according to a friend of mine who works there, they get online orders all the time. And I don't know if both sites work or if people just trial and error it, but it's ridiculous. I want to make a pitch. Okay, so my friend always wants me to go work with him at Aldo's.
You've officially destroyed the illusion that you're using the microphone, by the way.
No, it picks me up. It's a good microphone. Blue snowball microphone. I haven't had any problems with it at all. I mean, it works so well.
You've completely ruined the illusion that you're using it, by the way.
And you can the stand, you can take it off. I can hold it like a little ball.
You're not even speaking into it.
Okay. Back to the
story. Put it on your lap.
Yeah.
My microphone is working.
Shh. So is mine, as you can tell by how well you can hear me. Anyway, he wants me to work at Aldo's. I don't want to work in the food business anymore.
I don't blame you.
I dislike it, but I have 2 pitches I want to pitch Aldo, okay? The first one is for a social media online guy, because I'm pretty good at that. I mean, I like their pizza too. I believe in the product, but it's ridiculous.
That's very important.
Second pitch, which was actually my first idea, was to pitch him on an authentic New York accent to answer their phones, because it's New York Sicilian pizza. And can you imagine calling in for a pizza and you get someone who's like hey, welcome to Aldo's.
Welcome to Aldo's.
This is Aldo's Pizza. What you want on your pizza?
You want a pie? Come get a pie.
They say, I want a veggie pizza. I say, no, you don't. You want a pepperoni pizza. Extra cheese, extra crispy. Doesn't matter. I order for them all the time. Right? And I think that's a good idea, too. I don't know.
No, I'm down. I think all pizza places need a Brooklyn wise guy as the guy who takes the orders.
Absolutely.
Just makes the experience all that much better.
The illusion.
What do you want?
I'd like a sausage.
Hurry up.
Sausage, basil, extra large.
Confession, my Brooklyn accent, I sacrificed so I could work on my really good JFK voice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You get, it seems like your New York slipped into the Boston.
No, I can't do no, the New York I sacrificed. I used to be able to do it, but then I wanted to learn how to do like a really good JFK kind of Boston accent. Yeah. And the Brooklyn accent had to go.
JFK's like oh shit.
You kind of have to speak through your nose.
Who's the guy? Christopher Walken. He's like the Christopher Walken. Everybody, you either have a good Christopher Walken and not a good anything else.
I have a terrible.
Or you have.
I cannot. I have tried. Yeah. And I cannot do it. Like there's not even a hint of Christopher Walken.
Yeah, you can't do it because you've got your JFK. You said the JFK's like Christopher Walken. You either sacrifice all other accents for the one, or you have a real, or you
ask what you can do to do a better accent, but ask what better accents you can do.
It's like I'm there.
You're right on the grassy knoll. You shot him. You did it.
No, it wasn't me. I swear.
You'll never prove it.
It was Richard Nixon. It was Richard Nixon.
Magic bullet.
It was George H.W. Bush.
Oh, we're getting sidetracked.
Oh yeah. So, I want to kind of take a moment to look at a nice setup.
No,
we've been gifted with. I'm not being facetious at all. Come on.
So the themes of this episode are breakfast and jerking ourselves off.
So far. There's some nice art back there. Your mustache is back, I see.
What? A little bit.
It's coming in.
It's not coming back.
Yeah.
At least not like just the mustache.
Yeah.
Not.
As far as being a thing, it's not coming back
No,
yet?
not as far as being a thing. It's not coming back.
Okay.
Just there's a lot of reasons. Actually, the main reason is it was called Ugly by somebody I have a lot of respect for.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to mention them by name.
Of course.
But it broke my heart.
Yeah.
And mustache is never coming back.
Oh.
He just said, the mustache is terrible. I went, ow.
Uh-huh.
And it's never coming back.
What if I insulted your mustache?
I don't care.
Oh! That's okay.
You wear a hat, Charlie. You're hiding things.
We all have our hidden shame. Let's not bring hats into this.
Just because you don't want to take it off.
Let's not bring hats or mustaches into this.
Whoa.
Okay.
Someone is testy.
Jesus Christ. Well, talk about show format. It says on our list of things.
Just talk. This is just going to be kind of a general shooting the shit
Yeah.
type of podcast. We're not professional at all.
Every time I'm over here, we basically just talk about bullshit anyway.
Yeah,
so,
no, and then one
yeah.
day we had the bright idea, let's record it.
They record it. It's a good idea.
Banter's fun. We enjoy
is
bantering. Everybody enjoys a good banter.
Well, I mean, when you have nothing really better to do, I mean, you're a nice guy,
Yeah.
and I'm a nice guy, and we
both.
like each other.
Yeah, we get along.
And some would say like.
Nah, I wouldn't say like.
But, sometimes, it's not...
Are you the one saying like?
I don't know. I mean...
I don't know, Charlie. I think we should just be friends.
Ooh. No, I accept it. Your friendship is worth more to me than
I don't owe you.
You don't owe me sex. I held the door open for you.
I'm sorry. I like assholes.
Tease. I'm gonna go talk to all my red pill friends.
Your fedora just isn't doing it for me.
Oh my god. I have like 8,000 fedoras. Which one will do it for you?
Milady?
Lady tips his beanie. I want that to be a me.
Rainbow Sparkle would never allow that.
Rainbow Sparkle would date me.
Is that? Am I getting the My Little Pony name right? Rainbow Sparkle.
No, hold on. I think those might be two different ponies. They might be. I don't know.
I have no idea.
No, okay, so we know Rainbow Dash. That's the one. That's the right one. But I'm certain there's someone named Sparkle Justice?
What? Sparkle Justice?
I don't know.
What?
Who wouldn't... Pinkie Pie is one?
Pinkie Pie?
Pinkie Pie.
Grown men watch this show!
Grown men draw porn of this show.
Grown men obsess about this show!
Okay, Google. My Little Pony names. Oh, dude, you know how if you enter your name followed by the hedgehog,
Yeah.
you'll find fan art?
Yeah, no, my character, Connor the Hedgehog's pretty fucking cool.
I don't think I've ever heard of anybody searching their name, the pony. Or like their name, Equestria.
Not that curious. I was just about to, and then I went, oh wait, I don't...
Twilight Sparkle! Sparkle! That's the one.
Twilight Dash.
Twilight Dash. Pinky Shy. Rarity. That one's a good one. Applejack. That's just a cute name to name a horse.
Oh my god.
If I ever had a horse, I'd name it Applejack.
Alright, themes of this episode. Breakfast, jerking ourselves off, My Little Pony names.
And this is the one that they had to take off. This one, Derpy Hooves. They had to remove her from the show, I think. It was like a real contested thing, because people were like...
Are you aware about the writer of the new Powerpuff Girls show? I've I've seen videos of people ranting about it, and apparently one of the writers has a character on the show that's based on him, and Blossom, I remember the name, is in love with this character, and this character's supposed to be older than her or something, and cartoons have gotten kind of creepy.
Dude, is he like a pederast or something?
I don't know. I can't comment on that.
Yeah, that's kind of a real
But it
bold
is-
claim.
But it is kind of okay.
Well, I mean, it's like writing yourself in as like making your fan fiction a reality. Weirdly, you know.
I did make myself the villain in that musical we were in.
Okay, no, hear me out.
Which I think is probably a little bit less creepy and more. Connor, are you feeling okay? You're the bad guy.
It's absolutely not creepy though. Like, okay, when I was in middle school, this is actually kind of embarrassing. When I was in middle school, I did some martial arts for a bit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bring this around to the guy putting himself in a show or whatever.
I hope so.
But I was in middle school and I was doing some martial arts, and there's this school by my house. It's a Bujinkan studio, which is basically like a school of ninjutsu, right?
Right.
So you got your roles and your kind of forms and whatever. And I was also watching Naruto for the first time there, and so every now and then I would show up to class and I'd say to myself, maybe this is the day that they're going to show me how to make shadow clones of myself. Today's the day I'm going to be able to do fire-style jutsu. And so that kind of wish fulfillment is normal. So I was also watching the old Teen Titans cartoon, and I would imagine myself, like, fighting crime with them and whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then again, I wasn't a 20 or 30-something grown man putting myself in these scenarios. You know what I mean? Especially having a child character, fall in love with you.
It's kind of self-indulgent.
It's a little on the nose, too.
I think I doubt that it was done with... I don't think the writer did it with creepy intentions.
Of course.
And I don't even know if he himself was the guy who was like, hey, we should put in a character that looks like me and has my name and likeness.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It was probably like kicked around the writer's room and he was like, sounds good.
Yeah. That's probably more than likely it, but it is kind of like I don't know, man.
It's creepy.
The folks who... I have a love
having a child character fall in love with your character, having a child character fall in love with a character that is based on you, and you're one of the writers.
Yeah,
it's creepy.
So I've had this like real love-hate relationship with Cartoon Network recently.
I think
which is
any
cool.
fan of Cartoon Network has had a love-hate relationship.
A real good segue into my next point. J.G. Cantell, creator of Regular Show, and if you've seen his student films 2 in the AM PM and whatnot,
I love that guy
dude, he's got a new show, on TBS, and I'm about to show you the trailer for it.
Okay.
And this is really cool. I'm actually really excited about it because I love Regular Show.
Are we able to show the trailer?
Yeah,
We're not going to get in trouble.
Yeah. So J.G. Cantell is part of my love relationship with Cartoon Network.
Along with Pendleton Ward?
Along with Pendleton Ward.
Because Adventure Time's amazing.
They're amazing. Well, they went to Cal Arts together. Yeah. They were, I believe, J.G. was a storyboard artist on Flapjack. I think Pendleton Ward was as well. They both worked on Flapjack together, I think along with Alex Hirsch, the Gravity Falls guy. Or they might have just gone to Cal Arts with Alex Hirsch, too.
For a cartoon that was so bizarre that it wasn't funny.
As Flapjack?
Flapjack inspired a lot of good stuff. Because Flapjack was... I liked it. But I didn't love it.
I feel like Flapjack opened the doors necessary to allow shows like Adventure Time to exist.
But it didn't have me on the floor laughing like Chowder did.
Of course.
Anytime somebody does not like Chowder, I'm just like, you don't know anything. You're dumb.
Dude, this is a little...
Chowder was adorable, hilarious, had jokes that went over children's heads.
Yeah.
Chowder was great.
Dude, okay, so this is a little off topic, but what I hate more than anything is compulsive liars, especially when they lie about the same thing over and over again. I used to know this guy who told me, he swore up and down that the creator of Chowder had OD'd on heroin in the Cartoon Network parking lot. And every time he would say that, I'd say, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. And he'd say, yeah, it is. Just trust me, trust me. And every time I'd be like, well, I can Google it.
Anytime someone tells you to trust them, you probably should not trust them.
I'd go, I can Google it. I'd pull out my phone. He goes, no, why don't you take my word for it? Why do you have to be such an asshole? And I'm like,
oh, I got in a huge... I mean, he's dead now, so...
Yeah.
But years before Gene Wilder died... My friend, I got in this huge argument with my friends about it. And they swore up and down that he died. And I was like, guys, I would know this.
It would be...
I would know it. And I wouldn't be arguing with you.
Yeah.
And then they looked it up, and he wasn't dead. And they were just so casual about being wrong after they had been huge, giant dicks about being right. I was furious.
oh,
I was furious. I was like, no.
that's the worst.
You need to be a little bit more humble about your wrong.
Yeah.
Not just, we're wrong. No.
Oh, God, that's
You
the
took
worst.
You took it to the yelling. You took it to the yelling.
That's a pet peeve of mine, dude. I
People
hate...
who get so argumentative, and then when they're wrong, they're just like, oh, okay. No!
Well, I guess you were right,
It's
Connor.
too late! It's too
Oh my
late for
God.
that!
Okay, so it's like talking with a
Illuminati conspiracy theorists, and they have all these dates memorized, and then you can look in, they have the dates wrong for historical events.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just, ugh.
But they're so convinced.
I got into a Facebook fight with somebody because they were talking about, I am in no way, shape, or form religious. They were getting into this thing about how Christianity is this super huge, all they ever do is spout their own propaganda. And I didn't get into this huge argument, but I did try to point out that any religion is going to have propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started laying out a whole bunch of obscure religion and their propaganda. And all this person had to say was they don't spend that much time on the internet. And I responded, it's as simple as Googling insert religion here, propaganda.
Yeah.
And they didn't have anything else to say.
Well, it's like some people just live through this framework of their own understanding.
They want to be right, they just don't want to put the work into it.
Right. I mean, well, and that's why you have so many people. So, there's all those groups on Facebook that are people call them echo chambers. I had to do a paper on this a couple years ago, and basically what an echo chamber is there's the physical one, but the one we're talking about is on the internet, where basically you can go to any corner of the internet and find a forum of people who agree solely with you and your ideas.
Oh, yeah.
And an echo chamber is basically all of these same thoughts repeating themselves over and over again, just bouncing off of one another. Vaccines are bad, vaccines are bad.
Or the comical conservative Facebook page.
Yeah, comical conservative, or Uncle Sam's misguided children. Have you ever visited that page?
I have. I can't do it. I get legitimately angry with some of the things that are said.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm not a liberal. I'm not a Democrat. It's just my views are the complete opposite of some of these views.
Absolutely.
And the views that I'm talking about, when I see the opposite, it's just infuriating.
And, well, I mean,
I've come to terms with it where I'm just believe what you want to believe, but some of the posts,
my eyes go wide, and I'm like, geez, dude,
I have to,
pump the brakes.
I have to turn off my computer because I believe in staying in my lane on Facebook.
Yeah. Sometimes some of them are so outlandish, crazy. I think I saw one where it's some of them are just real insulting, pejorative towards certain ethnic and cultural
Oh, yeah.
groups. But some of them are as insane as, like, Barack Obama fluoridates water to breed reptile eggs or some shit, and I'm like, dude, who told you this?
We're getting super off topic. I'm gonna tell a story real quick, and then at some point we need to get back
Okay,
on
yeah,
topic.
yeah. I also need to show you this.
The one
Yeah.
time, one of the very few times that I talked to a complete stranger and got into an argument, it was I believe the article was about a New York taxi cab driver who had gotten attacked for being Muslim, like physically attacked.
Right,
was, like,
right.
put into a hospital. Was posting
Mhm.
some horrible things
Yeah.
and I basically called her hate. I told her I don't. She had and her profile picture was with her grandson. I'm like, I don't understand how somebody who obviously has a lot of love in her heart can have such hate in it too.
Right.
Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Like, how can somebody, and that, that kind of goes into my whole thing about how even if a racist person likes me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily consider that a compliment
Right, right.
because it's down to my skin color, essentially.
Yeah. Well, okay, so you bring that up. What I think a lot of philosophers ask the same question you just asked. What are the depths of human feeling?
Yeah.
How can somebody who, and I'm just using the church as something that, because I'm familiar with it and whatnot.
Yeah.
How can somebody who donates to charity and volunteers at homeless shelters and does great acts of kindness sometimes go home and abuse someone there? Or
I hate to use this example, like Bill Cosby.
Yeah. Hey.
Someone who is a national icon for morals,
Right.
secretly be a despicable human being. Or Jared Fogle.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Someone who, made a huge difference for a very long time only to be discovered is a disgusting human being.
Right. Exactly.
So the themes of this podcast so far: breakfast,
Uh-huh.
jerking ourselves off,
Uh-huh.
cartoons,
Yeah.
and ethics.
Ethics. Well,
This podcast is covering everything. We don't need an episode 2. We're getting it all out today.
And then all kinds of stuff comes out about people over the years. Like a bit I did for stand-up was basically how you shouldn't have idols or heroes or anything because it'll turn. Eventually, you'll learn they were horrible people. Like who's his name? Gandhi did some things that weren't the best to his own family
yeah.
and people, and it's if you want to research it, do it yourself. But it's terrifying.
We gotta get back on.
I'm
on task.
and I can't get into Gandhi. He did good stuff and bad stuff.
We're doing our
Everyone
stick.
knows
We
that.
got it. This podcast is gonna stay in its lane,
Yeah.
even if it kills us.
Okay, so back on topic. I'm going to show you this. It's called Close Enough.
Okay.
Here's the trailer, and it's pretty awesome. Let me turn this computer your way.
All right. So that way I don't have to lean.
Yeah, and here we go.
Kicking in, it's kicking in.
So I'm so excited for this show because, and cartoons, for the longest time, Western cartoons were nothing but, Tom and Jerry, cat chase mouse, kind of formulaic.
And then you got into the late 60s. On a mystery with a talking thing.
Yeah.
And that is true.
It is. Jabberjaw.
Speed Buggy.
Oh, yeah!
Josie and the Pussycats.
Uh-huh.
Obviously Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
That's 5. No, that's not. That's 4.
So you have this, kind of...
I think there were other ones.
There certainly were.
I mean, all of the fucking Scooby-Doo spin-offs.
Yeah. And, yes, with Scrappy-Doo,
Oh,
and
God,
then they had
the Scooby-Doo movies.
And they had all the Scooby-Doos where it was just Shaggy and Scooby, and Shaggy's wearing a red shirt.
Yeah.
And they have,
The one with Daphne. Daphne was in it.
Daphne's there.
And they had like some kid character there too.
They used to have I believe they used to have a little ambiguously ethnic child.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a darker skinned kid who played the Scrappy pretty much. He'd be like, "Hey guys, let's go do it."
The one where they had like guest appearances by
Don Knotts
or fucking Batman.
and here's Adam West. Oh, that was good.
I would have hated cartoons. I mean, granted, if I was born back in if I was a child during those days, I wouldn't have known any better.
Mhm.
But since I do know better, those cartoons would have been garbage.
Right. Well, I mean, I think that shows like this. Okay, so
Coming after you, Gen X.
So then you have like the Simpsons, who like normalize this kind of like married with children cartoon formula. But then I think the real revolutionary ones, you got to start with Futurama, as far as revolutionary Western cartoons, because it broke that formula.
I would say. I would agree that Futurama is probably one of the most unique animated sitcoms. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think King of the Hill,
Oh my god.
which I am
Well,
a huge fan of, King of the Hill is the only animated sitcom, not including The Simpsons, to do the formula right.
well, King of the Hill you have to include because it's such a keystone of animation.
And it's
You know?
it's not like a lot of people diss on King of the Hill because I think it's not. It's a cartoon, but it doesn't have to be a cartoon.
Mhm.
And I think that's what's great about it.
Mhm.
Is it's a real story told. It's real stories told in an animated format,
Mhm.
and sometimes it throws in an absurd joke that you can't do in live action,
Right.
and it does it really well.
And Mike Judge is just that kind of guy who could expand further than the cartoon.
What Mike Judge does really well is he does realism, but he makes it absurd.
Right.
He makes the mundaneness of life absurd, and it's amazing. He'll take like the smallest little like him just being that one character talking about, let me get you in a brand new pre-owned Sonata, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, that one's good.
Just the way he says Sonata.
So the difference is, I believe what I would like to connect Futurama to is what they have in common is that they have these really heartwarming moments.
Yeah, there's
And
a lot of heart in these cartoons.
I feel like Western cartoons were absent of that for so very long. You didn't touch on certain things. Futurama got canceled like 3 times, but in each season they have an episode that touches your heart. When Fry's dog.
I cannot watch Jurassic Park. I can't do it. If it's on, I will not watch it.
Yeah,
It is, and like this is going to reveal too much about me. The episode with his brother, I don't like watching it.
Oh,
And it's not just it's because of that. Like it makes me uncomfortable.
And the editing for that episode
It makes me. The brother stuff makes me uncomfortable.
Dude, the editing for those episodes in particular, when the soundtrack at the end kicks in at the very when that like jazz song plays out as the dog's waiting,
or the episode where they keep on time keeps skipping.
Yes.
Which is a hilarious episode.
Mhm.
I love the Globetrotters.
Mhm.
Those are like if I had to pick a favorite Futurama side character that wasn't the construction worker, because he is my favorite. Eyes learns the lessons I won't soon forgets. It's best. It's the best.
Yeah.
But the Globetrotters are great.
Yeah.
Are you funky enough?
I could be.
Are you?
No. Bender is hilarious. In that, that's my favorite Bender episode too.
Oh God.
Later on,
We could have a whole podcast just talking about Bender episodes because Bender is the best part about Futurama.
dude. Later on in like the 3rd season, or later. Anyway, it's one of the newer ones that I think was made. It's one of the newer ones. Fry, the whole Earth is hearing like this brrr, kind of weird whoa, wow, whoa, whoa. I believe it's a little tune. And it's like causing earthquakes and shit. And they're trying to find out what caused it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they end up sending Fry into a fugue state where he's remembering the past, the day he was sent back in time.
I remember.
Right? And he gets, and it ends up being Nibbler's car.
No, I remember that.
And then they put him in his mom's dream, and it's like, oh my god.
When I rewatched the pilot episode, I flipped out when I saw Nibbler.
Yeah, right?
Because that was some I've never seen an adult sitcom with that much planning.
Exactly, which brings me to Adventure Time. Because every time I say Futurama, I'm like, Futurama, how dare you make me feel things? And then you watch Adventure Time. Adventure Time takes from that.
Season 6 of Adventure Time came out during a time in my life where a lot of heavy stuff was going on.
Right.
And every single episode of Season 6 of Adventure Time was directed at me. And it was just, anytime I'd watch it after the episode, I was like, why did you do that?
Which one stuck with you the most?
Oh, obviously the one where Finn meets his dad for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
The episode with the bee.
Yep, I like that one a lot.
That episode is, that episode's kind of dark, too.
It is.
That is a kind of dark episode.
Finn's trying to fill this gap, this hole inside himself, the whole episode, by being
kind of a dick.
A promiscuous player.
Yeah.
Fuckboy, I believe is what people would call it. And
I looked up the definition of fuckboy.
yeah. What's the definition?
I felt kind of, I wouldn't necessarily personally attacked, but I kind of went, oh, crap. Oh, damn.
Oh, no!
Oops.
Might I be a fuckboy?
Oh, man, Connor.
Fuckboys never say die, I think is the thing people say.
This is you in high school?
Oh, God.
You dick.
Who wasn't a fuckboy in high school?
High school is all about making mistakes.
Oh, God. And college, too, apparently.
Unless you're homeschooled and then you're perfect.
I'll be honest, I still think I'm an asshole.
Oh,
but
definitely.
I'm a piece of shit. But I was a bigger piece of shit. I was a piece of shit to the nth degree up until, 2 years ago, I'd say.
I had a drunken cry, and I realized I needed to change my life. So cartoons.
Yeah.
So breakfast, jerking ourselves off. What was the third one? Cartoons.
Ethics.
No, the fourth one was ethics. Then we got back to cartoons, and
Yeah.
now we're about being pieces of shit in high school.
I'm bringing it back to the cartoons because I feel like cartoons is a medium through which to express such good and meaningful storytelling.
No, definitely.
Adventure Time, regular show, even though they have the three-act
regular show
formula,
has had some amazing.
they also have had some heartwarming episodes.
Yeah.
And then you have, I know you haven't seen it, but Steven Universe.
I've heard nothing but good things about Steven Universe.
It's so great. Even shows as silly as Clarence, I've grown to enjoy because they're endearing to us.
That show's too weird for me to. I avoid that show. I'm like,
What about and then you have Teen Titans Going whatever, which nobody in our age range likes.
Can I immediately lose half of our fan base?
Yeah.
I didn't even like the original Teen Titans.
I accept that from you.
It was 30 minutes, but it felt like it took an hour.
It doesn't end.
It was every episode was way too long.
I feel like they got the writers.
And I'm doing this so that people at home can't hear me.
I feel like the writers.
Let's just talk like this, Charlie, so we can just have a conversation between you and me.
I feel like the writers kind of got all muddled up in what they were trying to do. They didn't know where to end storylines or where to begin them. I mean, you got in the first or second season, you have Tara become Beast Boy's love interest and then get turned to fucking stone later, and it's never resolved.
Robin's ridiculously angsty. Ridiculously angsty.
He's Well, wait, which Robin is he? Is he Dick Grayson
I think
Robin
he's
or
Damien.
Damian Wayne?
I think so.
No, because he turns into Nightwing in one of those episodes where they go to the future.
I don't think he's Dick Grayson, though.
Oh, shit.
We could fix this by Googling it.
I don't want to Google
Do you
Teen
care?
Titans. I'm not interested in Teen Titans whatsoever.
You don't give a shit
That-
about
that
Teen
show-
Titans?
I don't like Teen Titans, Ben 10, all of those Cartoon Network shows that were made
Oh.
Just to sell toys. Not interested.
Yeah. Ben 10 is a real hard one.
There's like 16 Ben 10 shows.
Yeah, there is. They came out with a new one
It's
recently.
ridiculous how many goddamn Ben 10 shows
And they
there
change
were.
the art style each time, and each time it gets more and more gross.
There was never a time where Ben 10 was like a great show.
It doesn't even
It
look
was
good.
always okay.
So, yeah. And then, isn't it funny how you have... Like, I remember a time where Cartoon Network's lineup was dismal. You had...
Oh, God. Yeah. No. Can we, for a second, let's just list every shitty Cartoon Network show we can. I'm going to start. My Gym Partner's a Monkey.
Total Drama Island.
Camp Lazlo.
Those are the only three I remember.
Never mind. Cartoon Network was always good.
No, Camp Lazlo.
Camp Lazlo was crap.
J.G. Quintel, the storyboard artist on that. Or writer, I think.
I think it was also, the Rocco's Modern Life people were involved
Really?
in
We're
that
involved?
show.
Rocko's Modern Life is getting a reboot, by the way.
It's getting a movie.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if it's a full-on reboot.
I don't
See,
know.
Nickelodeon show, this is going to get even more controversial.
Yeah.
Until SpongeBob SquarePants came out, could give a fuck about Nickelodeon.
Well, Nickelodeon had this rise of... I think Nickelodeon had a period of time where they didn't realize they were hiring
Artists and not showrunners. So what I mean by that is that they were hiring artists who did controversial things. Like, apparently Nickelodeon had a period of time where they weren't reading people's resumes. So
Oh man, Ren and Stimpy.
you put Ren and Stimpy
Ren and
on there.
Stimpy had no business being on Nickelodeon.
Ren and Stimpy and Invader Zim would be what we would call tests of basically practicing how far can we push the line before we get fired. When will Nickelodeon fire me? And that's
Although
all
Invader
they
Zim,
were.
I think, because Ren and Stimpy is
Terrifying.
not even like good gross. Like
No. It's
and the writer that's a jerk.
he got fired. After
He
a
is
couple
a-
seasons.
He is a sick motherfucker.
He was a jerk to people. That's what
All his artists said.
I mean, I don't like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna continue.
You just remove
I love it. I'm the love part of that. So
But I
Yeah.
enjoyed Invader Zim. It's not the greatest cartoon.
right.
I mean, but SpongeBob SquarePants was like the first.
Nickelodeon show where I was just like, yes.
Well, they got it right.
SpongeBob
SquarePants, after the movie, it kind of started to, but there was like a good 5 years where SpongeBob SquarePants was just
hitting it every
Yeah.
time.
Dude,
And then they
brought out like Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom,
Yeah.
Jimmy Neutron, and
Oh.
then it
The Jimmy Neutron movie was cool.
was okay.
It was cool. They
I don't
introduced
know.
me to some songs.
I don't know.
Blitzkrieg Bop. That's where I learned about the Ramones.
I don't know. Once they're flying through space without the helmets on, I was instantly went.
you're out of it.
I was like, I can suspend my disbelief for just about anything. But that one right there,
Nope.
Do these people think I'm stupid?
It's-
Basically.
I was
Yeah.
done. I was like, and I was a little
So,
kid, and I was
yeah.
immediately like, no,
That would work.
no.
Oh, dude.
But like
That-
Magic
yeah.
School Bus, when that fucking little ginger kid takes his helmet off in space, granted his head would have exploded. It froze at least.
Yeah.
There were
that's-
consequences
there
to
you go.
being in outer space without a helmet on.
Yeah.
But these dumb little kids are flying through space without helmets and just talking. They're sleeping on an asteroid, talking.
And
Ridiculous.
if-
I was infuriated.
if anybody would have known the dangers, it would have been Jimmy. And
yeah.
he
What's
just
going
didn't
on
prepare.
here?
Oh,
How is he a boy genius?
he's like a flat Earth conspiracy theorist. He says, "Don't worry, guys. There is no space."
There would be a curve.
Okay. So, and what I mean, back to how Nickelodeon was hiring people without looking at their resume. The guy who, the primary artist and director of the Rugrats, fucking did Aeon Flux and Rain. This Alexander the Conqueror, I'm pretty sure. I'll look it up a little bit. It's either Aeon Flux or this other one that is really popular, and I just can't remember the name of it right now. So I'll Google that in a second. But the point is that Nickelodeon had this high point, and then it all just went downhill.
See,
and
Cartoon Network knows who they're hiring, and they
yeah,
allow these
They allow these artists and writers to do their stuff, but sometimes, like when the rumors about Princess Bubblegum
And Marceline.
Marceline, that was one of the times where Nickelodeon was just where Cartoon Network was like, no.
they had to be like, we have to shut this down.
no, and then they still kind of let them do it.
Absolutely, they wink wink nudge nudge at the
And
audience.
they
a
were
whole
just
lot.
like, no,
yeah,
no.
they're like,
And then Legend of Korra ended with her going,
falling in love with another woman,
right.
and then Cartoon Network went, okay.
Legend of Korra is Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Steven Universe deals with that all the time.
that stuff was still kind of,
I don't want to say taboo,
Mhm.
but it was like television channels were kind of
Right.
networks were still kind of like,
And, well,
I don't know. I don't know if we should be allowing our kids to learn that things are okay.
and so you brought up a point that Cartoon Network allows. That's why Cartoon Network, they had their ups and downs. Nickelodeon, they followed Nickelodeon's
My
suit.
Gym Partner's a Monkey is one of the worst cartoons I've ever
Then
seen.
their reality TV show phase. Remember Andrew WK's
when they wanted to stop being Cartoon Network.
Destroy,
God.
build, destroy.
and they became the CN
That fucking sketch show with those
with those
horrible-
annoying kids.
Oh God! For a second, I hated the actor who played Finn.
Yeah, dude. And so they have the reality show phase. Total Drama Island, 8 spin-offs of that. What was the other one where
Total
they
Drama
had
Island was okay.
all those
The
Canadian?
first season was okay.
Because it was like taking the piss out of reality
And
TV shows.
it was different. I wouldn't necessarily call it. It reminded me of Clone High.
It does remind me of. Might it be by the same?
No.
Are they Canadian studios?
Yes.
Right, yeah, because their art style looked very similar.
Yes.
to
Clone
it,
High
yeah.
was made in Canada.
Right. Just like Total Drama Island and that other one where they were in a mall.
Oh God.
They were mall Canadians or whatever it was
Or
called.
that fucking Totally Spies show.
Totally Spies. Oh, that's when people started trying to imitate like the anime aesthetic,
like
and
the Batman.
like the Batman,
Although I liked the Batman.
or like the Batman
Ron
was fucking
Perlman
rad,
was
dude.
Killer Croc. It was hard to not like Ron Perlman as Killer Croc.
So regardless of all that, Cartoon Network recovered and started allowing their creators
They're in a renaissance.
to do absolutely.
They're in a cartoon. They are in a renaissance.
They're building like
it's like when we were kids, we had
Arguably the greatest cartoons ever. We
Mm.
had Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh.
I will not ever count
Cow and Chicken,
Mhm.
but we had Powerpuff Girls.
Mhm.
We had Johnny Bravo, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Grim Adventures of
Grim
Billy
Adventures of
Mandy.
Billy Mandy,
Oh my
dude.
God, Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy might be one of my favorite cartoons.
Maxwell Adams is one of my favorite creators.
Oh.
Evil Con Carne.
Some of the
Dude.
greatest jokes I've ever heard.
That cool song, that Brain song from that episode.
You shouldn't fear them because they're different. They shouldn't. No, you should hate them. What? My way of life ain't good enough for you?
Oh my God. And I think that bred the generation of animators now that
yeah.
are getting jobs over
I mean,
there.
SpongeBob SquarePants definitely
Mhm.
is like, I think, the main influence for a lot of cartoons out there today. Because it was so weird and it was so out there.
Yeah.
But then, it definitely didn't have the sensitivity that a lot of shows out
Right.
there have today.
Johnny Bravo, Seth MacFarlane was a writer on it.
Same with
He-
Butch Hartman, who made Fairly Odd Parents.
Yes, he used the cool thing. What I liked about it is that Seth MacFarlane used a line from Johnny Bravo and Family Guy in one of the first seasons, where Johnny Bravo's going to the store and he's like, gallon of milk, packaged bread, stick of butter. He has Chris say those same lines in a Family Guy episode, and I think that that's a cool thing. Gendy Tartakovsky, though, Dexter's Lab, Samurai Jack.
We could. I
He's-
can't believe we just forgot Samurai Jack in our list.
I just finished the show. You know how
It's
they came out
amazing.
with the last season?
Yeah.
On Adult Swim. Watched it, loved it. I have to be honest, and I'm actually surprised I have to say it, the last episode didn't feel like the end to me. It didn't feel like an ending. Like, you haven't seen it,
No, I have not.
that last episode. So, do you mind if I spoil it?
I don't.
Spoilers, you can just skip through this,
I don't.
or whatever. No, it's important to the conversation.
Okay.
He's just, in a nutshell, kills Aku, his love interest, since he killed Aku in the past, since he went back in time, killed Aku, she doesn't exist anymore, disappears. Samurai Jack's left lonely and sad. And that's the last episode. And on their wedding day, and all of his friends from the past are there, the Viking guys and everything, disappears at the altar. And I was just like, half of me is like, I love it. And then half of me is like, oh,
Sounds like.
I don't know. I'm
Sounds
conflicted.
like when I saw the last episode of Lost.
Yeah,
Just like,
yeah.
oh, I really want another season now.
I am so conflicted.
I hear
But Gendy really revolutionized that kind of storytelling, along with the cinematography of cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
Because he uses a lot of shots that are like reminiscent of like
Kung Fu.
Kurosawa and Kung Fu movies.
Just in Samurai. I mean,
Real.
no, he does actually do that in Dexter's
He
Lab.
does do it in Dexter's Lab. He has the whole mech thing in
That's a
Dexter's
great
Lab
episode!
down pat.
Oh, God.
Dude, his explosions.
Which, I mean, brings, like,
Uh-huh.
that's really the influence of anime.
Yeah. Absolutely. His space explosions, whenever he has like a combat in space,
Oh, God.
the explosions look just like
Monkey
Gundam.
should have gotten his own show.
Absolutely. I agree. He's definitely Eastern. We might be projecting, but what I see is a large Eastern influence there.
I wouldn't be surprised if
I
you
mean-
kind of agreed.
There's a whole episode of Samurai Jack that's basically Hateful Eight basically ripped it off the episode, but in a different way. It's a bunch of bounty hunters in a shack, and they all gathered there because they all want to get Jack, and it's snowing outside, and it's a cabin out in the forest,
Kind of sounds like
and they all talk about their plans, like, this is how I'll get the samurai. And one of them's like a Western guy, one of them's a barbarian guy, one woman is like this cyberpunk badass woman, and it plays out the scenario for each one. And then the woman goes, nope, the samurai will beat you. He'll know how to beat you. I've seen him. And basically all of them are like, we need to get him because we want the money. And she's like, I need to get him so that Aku frees my family from enslavement. And so eventually they compromise, and she's like, this is the plan. This is how we're going to do it. They set up this elaborate trap where they're going to trap him. And then literally the last 5 minutes of it is silent. It's just little shots of the forest and them in their hiding holes and the flowers, kind of snow dripping on the flowers, rain starting to drip on the flowers. Everyone's kind of in their own thing. And then Samurai Jack starts walking down, and he's just walking and walking. And then in the shortest fight segment ever, they launch their plan, and he kills them all. And it was near the end of the show when Gendy knew that he was getting canceled. And so these people weren't robots like all the other robots that he dispatches. He dispatches people, living blood people. And in 5 seconds defeats them all, sheathes his sword, looks at the woman who he's left alive, and then just turns around and walks away. And that's the end of the episode.
I love Samurai
And it was
Jack.
it's my favorite episode of any cartoon, I think, ever.
All right.
Oh my god. So I have another cool little talking point for you that I like to share because it's a kind of positive news.
Yeah.
It's some real positive news. Let me look
We
this
have
up here.
geeked out about cartoons
For a sizable
for
amount
a
of
good
time.
amount of time.
Um,
Let's see what time. We have been talking now for almost an hour.
yeah, so check this out. Okay. So there was this guy named Ahmad Judeh, who was in Syria. and he's a dancer.
Okay.
And basically this story goes that ISIS came in and destroyed the refugee camp he was in.
Right.
And, you know, we're doing bad things and killing a bunch of people, and he's a dancer, and what he did is he would, like, stand in the face of, like, ISIS fighters and dance, and just be like, I don't care. This is the way, this is my form of protest. This is how I'm gonna do it. Started videotaping himself everywhere.
Pirouettes, motherfuckers.
Some people, some Dutch people, took him, got to Syria, got him out of there, and now he's like teaching dancing classes at this, teaching dancing and touring with a ballet and everything, and that's like his form of protest was to do this, basically like in Footloose, I guess. But I think it's such a good. I think it's such a good. The reason why I bring it up is it's such a good piece of news.
I'm just thinking about ISIS being
the parents.
the parents in fucking Footloose.
Oh God, come on. There's
Oh God, that's dark.
that is dark. Can you imagine?
You cannot dance.
It's so cool because protesting. There's these guys, these Eastern European guys. It's a theater troupe, and they put on experimental. They would put on experimental theater during the USSR, underground guerrilla theater, and they would do it in protest of the artists being
Would they
silenced.
do it dressed up as gorillas?
Sometimes, yes.
That'd be sweet.
I believe. I mean, I might be wrong, but they might
We
have
are
done
the
it.
gorillas in the mist.
But it's like that. It's the epitome of like what Twilight Zone was, you know,
Yeah.
where it was this art, but like sending this message, these very specific messages of like unity and love, and I just can't get enough of it. I love shit like that. But then again, I'm kind of like a bleeding heart kind of guy, and all of my short stories suffer from it because I always have. You ever write short stories in your free time?
No.
Poetry?
You know what I write.
Well, I do. I know what you write, but has it? Okay, so clearly, you know. Have you ever like gone into something knowing the way you wanted it to end or the message you wanted it to send?
Yeah.
And
When,
then halfway through, you're like, ugh.
Yeah, that's kind of like when we finished Best Trip Ever.
Yeah.
That was kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say it was a ugh, but it was kind of just a,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
That
get,
kind of
yeah.
feeling, just that feeling of, because it was exactly what I wanted it to be.
and that was kind of the problem.
Right. It didn't like challenge you.
It was a lot of very personal emotions that I did not want getting out.
Right. For me, the problem always is that whenever it's something that I wanted, I feel like I should have done something more unexpected of me.
Here's my example for that. Have you ever had a friend who was like super pissed off at you, but they wouldn't talk to you about it, but it was really obvious, and then finally like
You make them tell you why they're pissed off at you, and they unload on you, and it makes you feel like crap.
but it's what you wanted?
Yeah.
That's what Best Trip Ever was just kind of like, well, it's exactly what I wanted.
And it makes me feel like
Yeah.
shit.
For me, I agree. I've had that completely. For when I would kind of bring in real life stuff into my own writing, but
And that's what Best Trip Ever was a lot of just real life stuff.
now what my problem is though is that when I finish something, I feel like I should have gone left when I went right. I feel like I should have pushed the boundaries a little more, because my old work used to just be like stupid moral stories where the end message is basically like war's bad and whatever, and I got fucking sick of it. Eventually I wanted to just be like, I want to write a horror novel.
When you try to do, I've discovered when writing, when you try to do a very basic message, it's crap.
Absolutely.
War is bad. Yeah.
War's bad.
Yeah.
We
Duh.
all know that.
Duh.
Right.
And that's why I hate Across the Universe.
Well, I think
They
across
take a bunch of Beatles songs just to say war is wrong.
the
No shit.
Should have made a better movie.
Across the Universe really plays into that whole.
By fans.
That movie is of its time. It was released in the perfect time so that people in theater or choir could just fall in love with it and never stop singing the fucking Beatles songs.
People who don't care if a movie is actually good
or actually challenging or actually trying to say something. That's why Across the Universe is good, because it's just got basic pretty visuals that probably did not take any real effort to make.
Right.
With a message that every other movie had during that time, with actors that were in every other.
Well,
I could talk forever about why I hate Across the Universe.
My thing is that all the choir people didn't even pick the interesting songs from the movie to sing. Like that song that's like, because the world is round, it blows my mind. That's a beautiful song. Nobody sang that one. It was always, what would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Yes. How long have we been going?
We've been going, let me see here, because we've been going for a while now. We've been going,
Yeah, because
we are on, it's been an hour.
You want to go for another, 10 minutes and wrap it up?
I don't really know, because
a couple.
We're not following the format.
Well, no, this is, I think this is a good...
Is that story time?
Well.
Is that story time?
Well, we've told several stories.
That's very true. Is that skit or news?
I just read a piece of the news. And also news. JG can tell.
Alright, and we've talked about movies.
Yeah.
What's
this one?
Movies, music, etc. We are not even trying to
I feel like we've talked more about movies than we have music.
Well, it's just again, general talking.
Oh,
which
yeah.
we've been doing.
Well, I mean, okay, so...
All right, Charlie, I was wrong. We're following the format.
No, we're doing so... Well, okay, so music, I feel like... Since we're on an hour, just some light banter about music. I mean, what's new out there? What's new that's going on?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Because we're pulling the curtain back on this whole goddamn thing. We don't have to talk about music. It's just movies, music, etc.
Yeah.
We've been talking for an hour.
I like it.
I feel like we've been pretty engaging. Audience.
You guys? No, you haven't looked at all time? I'll be honest, I haven't listened to the radio in maybe a year.
I mean...
And so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I'm old now. Music all sounds the same.
It's...
Connor, you're 26. You're not old. I'm old.
Okay. You say all music sounds the same, but do you know what music really sounds the same? And let's say it. We'll say it at the same time. What band? I'll phrase it like this: what band sounds the same no matter what? And
Imagine
what song?
Dragons.
No. Okay. Imagine Dragons. Check this out. Look at me in the eyes. I bet you. We'll say it together on 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
21 Pilots.
Shit. I actually heard 21 Pilots for the first time last night.
What did you think?
Did you know there's not even 21 of them?
There's not. There's like one guy.
They're not even pilots.
Do you like Manchester Orchestra?
The stuff I've heard from them, I kind of appreciate.
I heard them for the first time last night too, but Caleb heard Owl City for the first time last night, and it's that Firefly song.
Oh, God.
10 million fireflies.
It was 2009. We didn't know any better.
Owl City is a layman's Motion City soundtrack.
I would not go that far. I would say Owl City is just generic emo kid music.
Speaking of, I watched a Black Veil Bride's music video for the first time last night too, dude. And it is so funny. I'm not going to talk about it on here, because it's too funny. But basically, the whole theme of the music video is this kid going to school and his parents treating him well and him having, pretty much a good life and just being like, I hate you, I hate school. Mom and Dad suck.
It's like that Move Along music video
You
where
move
nothing,
along.
where nothing's really going on.
Absolutely. What is with these music videos? They have this narrative story of a kid. First of all, you're a 26-year-old man writing this music. Why are you writing
Hey.
music for...
First off, Charlie,
Mhm.
we all have that moment where we need to hear the middle. And you know what?
It comes on when you need to hear it.
Is the music... I'm talking about the narrative of music videos. Is the music video for the middle surrounding a sad child?
It's not surrounding. It's surround. The music video involves like some kid going to a party where everyone's naked, which is a great party. Like, I don't understand I get the messages is be yourself, which is a lyric in the song, which is not
Yeah.
very clever at all. But if I'm going to a party where everyone's naked, it sounds like that's a pretty good time.
Does he enjoy himself?
No.
He hates it.
Yeah. The whole idea is he's not being himself.
I guess.
And then he meets a girl at the party who also hates it, and because she's not being herself, and then they fall in love. But I'm like, you guys are just going to get naked again.
You know that movie, The Perks of Being a Wallflower? I've never seen it, but I feel like I wouldn't like it.
Just real quick, any movie that's about high schoolers being sad because they're teenagers and they suffer from ennui
Yeah.
is not my thing.
I have...
Like, SLC Punk is as far as I'm going to go with
Yeah.
the young adolescent ennui movie.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna say ennui for the fourth time here, but wouldn't it be so funny if during the trailers of these they said it, coming this summer, teenagers feel an intense feeling of ennui.
Can we just have the teen drama genre be called High School Ennui?
Oh, or you could just call that one's good.
The high school is rough genre.
Yeah. High school ennui genre.
Being a teenager's hard.
And everyone will love it because that's what people love.
Fucking parents didn't drive me to the mall.
That is what people love. I feel it's frustrating.
It's just easy. It's just too easy to tell a story that way.
Has a show ever given you like cavities because of how fucking lame and sweet it is?
Oh man. Gilmore Girls.
Oh, Gilmore Girls.
I wouldn't necessarily call Gilmore Girls lame.
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls is I would say it's very sweet.
Yeah.
The writing is very good.
Uh-huh.
It's very soap opera-y.
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed every single second of it.
Yeah.
And after I finished the original running of the show, I have not watched the Netflix reboot.
Uh-huh.
I went, cool. I'm glad I watched all of Gilmore Girls. I'm never going to watch it again.
Right.
So I can say I've seen every episode of Gilmore Girls until the Netflix reboot.
Uh-huh.
And I'm never going to watch it again. Because, that show gave me cavities.
Okay.
Scrubs.
Scrubs is a really good cavity
I
show.
watched every episode of Scrubs.
Yeah.
Every fucking episode of Scrubs.
Yeah.
Including the fucking 9th season.
Yeah.
So I remember Dave Franco before he became Dave Franco.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say I'm glad that he proved me wrong because I hated his guts for being in the Scrubs 9th season.
So Dave Franco is James Franco's brother.
Yes.
I want to say that...
Cruelty-Free Comedy would like to make it known that Connor Lee Bradley in no way supports Charlie's radical perception of Dave Franco. Also, Dave, if you're watching, stay gold. Thank you, the management.
For the Disaster Artist.
Yes, I have!
Oh my god, I want to see it so bad!
Dude, okay, so for anyone out there, who's the guy? Who's the
Tommy
guy's name?
Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau, The Room, great bad movie. Best...
No. Here's my problem.
No, check it out.
Because it is legitimately bad.
Yes.
It's not so bad it's
Yes.
good. It's so bad it's fucking terrible.
It's hilarious. I'm on the other side of that. I'm not gonna put it on.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it
Hold
on a rainy
hold on.
day.
You are watching it by yourself. Are
Yeah.
you enjoying it?
Yes.
But it's your first time seeing it it's your first time watching it and you're by yourself. It's not good.
Well, the thing is that I came into it knowing what to expect.
But if you watched it not knowing anything about it,
Yeah.
it's not a good movie.
Yeah, of course it's not a good movie.
No. I mean, it's not an enjoyable movie.
It won.
If you watch it, if you hear about it, you hear all the things about it. You know all the memes about it. Watching it for the first time, yeah, it's a great time.
That's a
But
good point.
if you somehow stumbled across it, you didn't know a single fucking thing about it. You need to watch it with friends.
The full statement I was going to make is that Neil Breen is like the goddamn Francis Ford Coppola of bad movies. You need to see a Neil Breen because it's so unabashedly bad and proud of being bad. It's not bad on purpose, though. This guy believes in his movies, and they are so bad.
Dude,
I love them.
Fucking Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
There's no way Joel Schumacher was directing that going, man, people are going to love this cheesiness. It was, I'm making a seriously good movie right now.
I agree. I agree. It's just a bad movie.
It's not enjoyable bad.
Yeah,
Like Batman and Robin, I watched it. Unfortunately, I own it on Blu-ray because it's the only way I could get the Tim Burton Batmans on Blu-ray is if I bought the fucking 4-pack. So I also have Batman Forever, which is probably just a little bit worse than Batman and Robin in my mind because people actually like Batman Forever.
Yeah. Batman Forever, you can watch it over and over again and find something new to like about it each time. That's not an opinion, I believe.
Batman Forever?
Yeah.
The one with Jim Carrey.
I don't know. Let's just say all of them.
Do you mean Batman Returns?
No, I'm saying Batman Forever, dude.
The one with Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Yeah.
You can find something to like every time you watch it.
Somebody watch me.
No.
I am not with you on this opinion.
Okay, so Dave Franco, this is back to my original point. Dave Franco, I feel like their parents got lazy after the first kid. Because isn't Dave kind of like the dollar store James? As far as names go?
Yeah, but he's like...
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm James Franco, and this is my brother, Dave.
Dave
James
Franco.
Dave Franco?
What would their younger brother be named? James Franco, Dave Franco,
Babe Franco?
No. I was going to say that, but I was like, that's dumb.
No, they have a sister named Jane Franco.
And,
You'll get there. That's just what I feel about Dave Franco. I like him as an actor, but my God. I bet
he's like one of the best parts of 21 Jump Street.
If I was him, I would want my name to be Ben Franco.
Ben Franco. There we go. That's their third. That's the youngest sibling.
That's the youngest one.
I'm James Franco. This is Dave Franco. I'm Ben Franco.
Hi, I'm Ben Franco.
Maybe it's just the Franco last name.
Yeah.
If you gave like one of their siblings a two-syllable last name, and throw it off.
Ben Franco. That's a good point.
I'm Benjamin Franco. No, you're Ben Franco.
Ben Franco.
No, I'm Benjamin. No, you're Ben.
What about Charles Franco?
Nope, Chuck.
Chuck Franco. Oh my God. James Franco.
This whole family we're creating. I just imagine doing finger snap pointing.
James Franco, and his parents, adopt me, please. I want to be your brother, Dave. Call me Chuck Franco.
No,
I'll do
man.
anything.
No, man, you just called my name the dollar store, James Franco.
No, Dave, don't take that to heart. Chuck's a dumb name. Charlie's a dumb name. I hate my name. Your name is way better.
I'll be Chad
Franco. I think it's about that time, though. I have one last thing.
Okay.
And it's a little game for you, okay?
All right, I'm ready.
I'm going to read off two news headlines, titles, and you gotta have to tell me which one you think is real and which one you think isn't real.
Exciting. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So, this one, sorry.
Okay, I'm already gonna guess this is a fake one.
No, dude, check this out. A panda sucked into jet engine. That's the first one.
Oh.
This one, This one, woman 63 becomes pregnant in the mouth with baby squid after eating calamari.
I'm gonna say that's the real one.
Oh, you got it right! Yeah! Oh my god! Yeah, in South Korea recently, a woman 63 ate a piece of calamari, and I guess this piece of calamari, because over there more raw fish is consumed, and so they don't clean. Sometimes they won't clean out the special bits of a squid, and I guess the squid has like this jagged, pointed thing to impregnate other squid, and it pierced her while she was eating, and these things, what they call, I believe they call them spermophores, they grew in her lip, and a doctor took it out, and this isn't even the first time this has happened. This also happened in Japan like a year ago. Presumably it's happened more than twice. Isn't that crazy?
That's disgusting.
I'm gonna really think twice.
That's the last time I travel abroad.
Squid spermatophores. I've traveled abroad or two. Just kidding.
Oh man.
So yeah, thank you.
The panda one just did not sound
didn't sound
plausible.
I
That
can't.
was also really sad. I didn't want that one to be true.
It was really
I was
impromptu.
like, what the fuck is a panda going to be doing walking around where planes are?
I made it up off the top of my head. It's real impromptu. It wasn't
Oh, yeah.
that good. Next week I'll do better.
Okay.
I'll come up with a good
right.
fake one.
Okay.
That is our podcast, guys.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
Thank you for putting up with us as we
Figure this show out.
Yeah, and
If you guys have any questions, we would love to
start incorporating answering questions
yeah.
from you guys.
You can comment on the video, or I have an email I'm probably going to put down below the.
Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel. We're going to be hopefully pumping out content on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll run about as long as this one did.
Yeah.
Because I think podcasts that run long are great.
Yeah. And thank you. I'm Charlie,
I'm Connor,
and have a lovely day.
and thank you for being a part of the Cruelty-Free podcast.
Yeah, thank you.